Hello and welcome back to the Tea and a Buddy podcast. I'm Dominic.
And I'm Erica.
And today's Travel and Culture Day. Yeah, this is it. This is what you get. This is the new format. It's really working out.
The new format
it's
is here.
Yeah. It's again. It's Travel and Culture Day. Well, this is the first one we've done where we've announced it.
This is the second week of the new format.
And what's been culturally happening in the world today?
Well, we're going to talk about online
culture. Well,
today.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah. Because there's been a lot happening, actually.
There's been a lot happening online. If you're not online, then you're probably not listening to us, are you? Unless they're tuning into some frequency that's, somewhere out there. I don't know. Maybe you can do that.
Maybe you can, yeah.
Maybe they've made it possible to do that. I don't know. You never know. But yeah.
So, and if you are online, then you may or may not know. You know. Whether you're on TikTok or not, you know.
Yeah, we're talking about TikTok. We're talking about TikTok.
You will know because you'll have seen everybody talking about it, whether you're on TikTok or not, that TikTok was banned.
TikTok was banned for not even 24 hours, was it?
No, we'll back up for people who don't
back
keep
it
up
up
with it.
Roll it back.
Although if you don't care, maybe you're not going to listen to this. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not going to be all about TikTok, but it will be quite TikTok heavy, I
TikTok-y.
suppose.
It's going to be TikTok-y. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about what transpired.
Yeah. So Congress voted to ban TikTok. The ban was upheld by the Supreme Court. And Biden said that it was a holiday weekend.
I'm checking out.
He was at the end of his term. He's like, I'm
checking out. This is Trump's problem.
I'm not going to enforce the ban. We'll leave it up to, it can stay going until Trump's first day in office, and then he can decide, whether.
What he's going to do about it, yeah.
So, apparently, and I don't know what, there's a lot of conspiracy about that situation in the first place, because TikTok started putting out to the media that his statement didn't clarify or something like that, and they were gonna have to go dark because unless Biden had 24 hours
to do something,
word certain things, and it may be legit, everything goes through red tape, doesn't it?
Bureaucracy.
So it may be legit. I don't know, But they were saying, he's got to word it just a certain way, or we're going to have to go dark.
Yeah.
Even though he said we don't have to. We will have to. And so he has 24 hours to clarify whatever it was.
And Biden didn't.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to go dark then Sunday.
It was supposed to go
like
down.
At the end of Sunday.
Yeah. But late on Saturday, a message appeared on TikTok for US users. This was just the US. It wasn't everywhere. They weren't banning TikTok everywhere.
Yeah.
For US users, said a law banning TikTok had been enacted, meaning you can't use TikTok for now.
Mm-hmm.
And the video sharing app was banned over concerns about its links to the Chinese government. It was given until 19th of January to be sold to an approved US buyer to avert the ban.
Mm-hmm. This is coming from the BBC.
Yeah. This is from the BBC, yeah. And Biden, obviously, as you said, would leave the issue to his successor, Donald Trump. And Trump said he would most likely give TikTok a 90-day reprieve from a ban once he takes office.
Mm-hmm.
And,
right.
And he'd previously backed a ban. And then...
He initiated it.
And then somebody asked him in the news conference when he gave them an idea, what changed your mind? He goes, I got to use it.
Yeah.
And I got addicted
to it. He got attention on there,
He
basically.
got addicted to it. Now he just lies in bed scrolling.
What happened is, I guess he posted or something, and with resounding success, resounding views, let's say.
Yeah.
His views did big numbers, and
big numbers.
He loves nothing more than big numbers.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one who initiated the ban originally when he was in office in 2020. Because of COVID, he was going to ban the app to punish China. And nothing happened at that time. I think they started it, and then Biden came in and he was like, we need more information, you know, we need to start over with this to decide whether we're going to do this or not. So it lived.
And all while
it
TikTok
continued to live
yeah.
through Biden's administration. All the while,
all the while the ban was enacted for that. What was it? It wasn't even 24 hours, was it? Really?
What?
It was Sunday
when they cut it off
on Saturday night. On Sunday, he said, you know, first thing, you know, I'm gonna, you know, delay the implementation of the law.
He hadn't even been
sworn in yet. And he was going to do that first thing on Monday. Once I take office, I'm going to sign an executive order doing that. And so then, and TikTok were like, okay, then we'll just restore service. And then soon after, it started working again.
Yeah.
TikTok's back.
By about the afternoon, I'd say.
And so a pop-up message to its millions of users thanked Trump by name. In a statement, the company thanked the incoming president for providing the necessary clarity and assurance, and said it would work with Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States.
Mm-hmm. Which has made pretty much everyone on TikTok pretty suspicious.
Well, yeah, because, you said after it came back, you said, something feels different.
Everything felt different. It still feels different when you're scrolling. I don't know if you guys are on TikTok. The algorithm just seems to be different.
Yeah, because you said you were scrolling, and then Zuckerberg's face would appear for like half a second, going like, "Did you miss me?" and then that was it, you know. And then you were just like, "That's weird. What's that?"
No,
I'm joking. It doesn't. Don't go on TikTok looking for Zuckerberg's face.
I didn't notice it, but people they started to say before it even went dark that suddenly Facebook has a verified account on here. Suddenly Instagram has a verified account on here.
Well, you can connect your Facebook to TikTok or TikTok to Facebook or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, other people were saying that.
Log into TikTok with Facebook.
I haven't seen that, but then I never log out.
Yeah.
And I rarely, restart the phone and do all of these kind of things. So,
you actually do need to restart. Well, I actually probably need to restart my phone a couple of times just to see how.
So maybe that's why. But yeah, some people were saying, this was before it went black. Why am I
suddenly seeing
why is
Facebook telling me to connect?
Yeah.
And then I instantly thought, Meta's bought it.
Yeah. Everybody kind of started that rumor up.
And it was like, everyone's, no, Meta hasn't bought it. No. And, there's been no announcement that Meta has bought it. But then we found out who actually bought it, didn't we?
No, we don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Who bought it?
Obama.
Oh, yes.
Last minute flew in there. $1 down. He says, I'll buy that for $1. And TikTok was saved. Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, so everybody's thanking Obama for saving TikTok because, why wouldn't they?
Don't worry, if you're freaking out now, Obama didn't buy TikTok.
No, but
it's funny because everybody's been floating who's going to buy it.
Yeah.
Because Trump said, we're looking at 50-50 with ByteDance.
He wants the government to own 50%.
The United States,
United States.
But it's like that's not strictly the government.
Yeah.
Because again,
I mean, the thing is I'm pretty sure ByteDance only owns like 40% of it anyway, and the other 60% is owned by like individual investors and in investing firms.
Yeah. Frank McCourt, the billionaire, I think he owned the LA Dodgers at one point, and a Canadian businessman,
there's
Kevin
some
O'Leary,
Americans.
a celebrity investor on Shark Tank, the US version of the Dragon's Den. They're behind a separate bid to buy the platform without its algorithm. Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast, the famous YouTuber.
Everybody's
said, I want to. I've been approached by investors because I said, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
So basically, Trump is probably looking at all these people and thinking, oh, if we can get a consortium together, that'll be enough for me. And of course, Trump's buddy Elon Musk was floated as trying to buy it too, but that apparently ByteDance says that was pure fiction. He's not interested in it.
Yeah.
He's got,
Wow.
he's got his own worries on social media.
So yeah, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. ByteDance has said that they are not selling the algorithm. The algorithm is not for sale.
Yeah. We'll sell the name, but not the algorithm.
So there would be some sort of, because it's like, what is TikTok without the algorithm? The algorithm is what sets TikTok apart from these other social media platforms.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're gonna sell part of TikTok without the algorithm, and it's gonna be like TikTok USA or whatever, and it's not gonna be the same app. Basically, it's not going to be the same app. It's already not the same app. It's not. So everybody's so that little that little 24 hours when it was gone dark, they did something to it. Oh yeah. Maybe they extracted the algorithm and just put it on and put in a new one. Like a SIM card. They just took out the SIM card and put in a new one, and they were just like, "See, it's the same one." It's like, nah, this hasn't got my contacts in it, mate. Trump's also said, I'll impose new trade tariffs on China if a deal for the platform isn't struck, and if it would be somewhat of a hostile act if Beijing reject a deal. I know what you are talking about when you said that. I said it feels different. Feels different this time. Every other video is an ad for cryptocurrency. Yeah. And it's just every cryptocurrency, isn't it? It's just cryptocurrency. I can't remember because I swipe off of it immediately. The Doge? I don't think so. No. Because if so, then that's somebody's got an interest in that. Yeah, but I thought that was very bizarre because before it went dark, I never saw that. I mean, there's ads that come up, but I don't remember ever seeing a cryptocurrency ad, and now I'm getting them all the time. And that doesn't apply to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's not usually if the algorithm shows you an ad, it's something along the lines of, stuff that you look at. But this is just out of absolutely nowhere, and it's literally every video, every 2 videos, something like that. It's very annoying, actually. Well, there you go. It's changed already. But before it was going to go away, everybody was freaking out, of course. Yeah. Not just Americans. I saw British people and Australian people on my For You page. Yes. 170 million users. I mean, not every British user. They have there's a good wedge. There's a good wedge of people that watch British TikTokers. I think. And, that's a good wedge of money coming in, or views, you know. Yeah, I saw so many British TikTokers going, goodbye. We're going to miss I'm going to miss the Americans so much. It's I bet you are. You're going to miss the views that you get. Yeah. So that was interesting. And the same thing with Australia. Because, they make those, rage bait videos, and you've seen them. It's in America, do they have cars? Yeah. Oh. I didn't know I didn't know they did this. Yeah. I didn't know they used plates. I didn't know they used plates in America. I just heard this from my American followers that you guys use the word diapers when you mean nappies. Yeah. What? And it's people have started to wise up to that over here. Because some people just instantly go, what do you guys use? And it becomes a discussion. Uh-huh. But people are Google and stuff exists. This is engagement bait. Engagement farming. Yeah. But so lots of videos from people being upset that they were going to lose, a significant amount of viewers in America. And people were looking desperately for somewhere else to go, and Reels exists, but there's sort of a feeling on TikTok that you don't really want to go to Meta, especially because shortly before the ban was set to go into effect, Zuckerberg came out with, we're going to be removing fact-checking from Meta.
We're going to, it's going to be fact-checked by the community now, which means any old person can go, no, that's wrong, or yes, that's right.
Yeah, which is how it used to be.
How it used to be at the end of the day.
In the early days
before
of social
before
media.
They were like, oh no, you're spreading disinformation. And...
Yeah, this is not right.
Yeah.
You know? Share this at your own peril.
You're going to Facebook jail.
Yeah, so that sort of, annoyed a lot of people, at least on my FYP. And
FYP.
Yeah. And so people were looking like, what are some alternative social media platforms to move to that are not owned by Meta? And I think that people were also not wanting to go to X, which, by the way, if you follow us on Twitter,
or as it's now known, X.
As X, yeah. We won't be posting there anymore.
Yeah, it's gone.
We're not going to close down... We're not going to close our account, I don't think.
No, I'll just leave it up.
We have the history there.
There's a history there. We post more on Threads now. I mean, every time I look on X, I've still got it downloaded on my phone. It's just all Elon Musk stuff, and no one's there anymore. I've kind of reached out, is anyone there, and no one's really responded.
Yeah.
That I used to talk to. Either they've just left the app completely and just left their stuff up. There's a couple of people there who still post because it's like it's another platform to post on. But
so Blue Sky is the new X, and also
it's the new
the old Twitter, basically.
Yeah, we're on there.
It was created by the original creators of Twitter, so it's basically like the old version of Twitter before it became X. And yeah, I have started posting. Dominic sort of handles Threads for the most part.
I'm mostly on Threads.
And I am
Instagram.
Sort of handling Blue Sky. Well, we both kind of do Instagram.
I'm usually, because people ask, in DMs, like, oh, who am I talking to, Dominic or Erica? And it's like, I'm saying, it's Dominic.
It's Dominic, yeah, but he does read me the things that you guys say.
I read the things that you guys say.
Yeah.
I perform them too sometimes.
He's like, I
try to do all your voices, but I can't.
So-and-so message.
Try to do all your accents, but I can't.
They're asking this or that. Because I post stories.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be a story from Erica, and sometimes I'll go on there and I'll have an influx of DMs, and I don't realise she's just posted a story, And I'm like, oh, what's this about? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
This is what they're talking about.
This is what they're talking about. Yeah. Because sometimes I'll post a story and I'll think, oh, you're replying to that, but it's actually it's another story.
So we're both on Instagram. We can both be on Threads. We can both be on Blue Sky, but primarily it's Dominic posting on Threads, and I'm
usually just posting about what I'm watching. Usually the Outlander rewatched, which we just done. So if you're an Outlander fan, you're probably getting stuff. Looking at stuff, and I can't remember the last thing I posted actually.
I've sort of been a bit political lately on Blue Sky. I will curb that because it gets to be much. It gets to be a bit much, even for me. So I will curb that a bit. But
yeah, we're
people with opinions, and
we're not AI, despite what many of you might think.
But no, we had a follower on there that sent a message, a comment that, I'm gonna follow you guys here. I'm slowly closing down my my other social media accounts. So if you see me disappear from there, I'm still gonna be here, which is great. I mean, in my opinion, we would close down, I think, our Facebook and Instagrams too if we didn't need them for this. Yeah. But
I mean, let us know if you watch us on Instagram. I mean, some of you might even just don't even look at our social media and you just listen to us on here.
Well, they definitely, we definitely have listeners who do not communicate with us whatsoever on social media because our listens tell us that, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, if you're one of them, hello.
And I
there.
have a feeling that we have some followers on social media that do not perhaps tune into the podcast either.
Probably.
So, you know, we try to post everywhere.
We're entertaining everywhere. You don't have to listen to us on the podcast, but...
No.
You know.
I mean, I follow people on social media who have a podcast or who have a YouTube or something like that, and I'll just, like, I just look at their TikToks, you know, and I don't listen to their podcast or whatever, you know, because some people prefer different social media platforms over others, right?
I do like the people who listen to us, though, and get a laugh out of us.
Well, yeah.
Because, you know, if you're not laughing, what are you doing?
I mean, as we have said on this podcast before, we talk to each other anyway, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we talk to each other. This is the only time we talk to each other. This 30 minutes is the only conversation that Eric and I ever have in the week. Yeah. So you better like it. You like it or lump it, people.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so to back up, to go back to what we were talking about, we get sidetracked, as you guys know. Everybody was looking for
That's what we should have called the podcast.
Sidetracked with Dominic and Erica.
Yeah. Oh, you see? Maybe we'll start a new podcast that you'll never listen to called Sidetracked. I got sidetracked by your Sidetracked podcast the other day.
I mean, there's still time, isn't there?
Yeah. Somebody starts a Sidetracked podcast now in the next, 30 days. I'll find out. We know what you've been listening. I'll find out.
But yeah, so a lot of people are going to Blue Sky. A lot of people are going back to YouTube. I've seen a lot of people saying that, guess I'll have to go back to YouTube.
Yeah, because a lot of people abandoned YouTube for TikTok. Because they were like, it's easy to just go blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's a short form video. Because people are like, do you like long form or do you like short form? And there's a lot of people who just have the attention span for short form video now.
Yeah.
Not even a minute video, and that's it.
TikTok is not even just short form anymore. I mean, they've had
10-minute
form videos for a while now, which is one of the complaints I've seen on
I just
Blue
don't like the portrait thing. I like cinematic. I like cinema, people.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't like that portrait kind of like, because you can't see everything.
Yeah.
You're trying to create something.
I mean, it depends on what
you're
showing.
And if you're doing stuff in like widescreen and stuff like that, you have to kind of crop it for TikTok, don't you? And
well, it depends on what you're showing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're, although I've seen people upload videos onto TikTok in landscape. Like you have to turn the phone to see it. It'll just be like a still.
And that doesn't work, does it? Because I can't be bothered to do that. Can't be bothered to turn my phone.
Maybe you can't.
No, I mean, I never really look at TikTok too much anyway. It's only when Erica shoves the phone in my face.
Yeah, whoever's creating the new... So Mark Cuban is involved, I think, in creating this new video platform called... I think it's called Skylight. And they're just in,
I think that's the social media platform that it's attached to, isn't it?
It's attached to Blue Sky.
Oh, right. It's attached to Blue Sky, and they've got their and.
But the just video one is going to be called
Skylight.
I think it's Skylight. Yeah, but it would be interesting if someone created it where you had to hold the phone. But I think people don't want to hold the phone like that. That's why they do it.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't want to hold the phone like that.
But they could hold it like that, and you could choose to swipe. And people could upload their videos whichever way.
People just prefer to think, and I've seen people get little stands for their phone, and they say, I use that all the time when I'm on the bog. Just put it on the shelf, and I'm just watching my TikTok while I'm doing my business.
That's TMI.
It's not me. I don't do that. Don't have a place to put it up on there. Just like I've got a little.
I don't need to know.
I've got a little cubby hole that I can just stick my phone on and watch TikTok videos. It's like, I have to freaking scroll now.
I don't understand people who want to sit on the toilet for that long.
And sit on the toilet and watch TikTok. I just want to do my business, get out of there.
Anyway. We're going to run out of time.
Oh no, we've got bags of time.
In addition to moving to Blue Sky and back to YouTube, someone had the suggestion of just sort of, how do you want to say, like, making fun, or like, oh, wouldn't it be funny, as a joke, we should all go to an actual Chinese social media app. We should all move to an actual Chinese-owned platform. Because, as you guys know, ByteDance is a Chinese company, but the CEO of TikTok is from Singapore. And, as we said before, the other 60% of owners of TikTok are from all over the world, you know? So people were like, we should find an actual Chinese version of TikTok, like their own, and someone said, oh, well, there's one called Red Note, or I guess it also translates to Little Red Book. And, and so people flocked over there. It turns out that it's more like,
I mean, the irony
Pinterest.
Of that name is not lost on me.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Little Red Book.
I'm assuming that's the point.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
This is China's way of having a laugh at all the US people who are against communism coming to Red Note.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that's why it's called Red Note, though. I don't know.
I mean,
maybe not, but yeah. So everybody started moving over there. We didn't create one yet, not out of fear or whatever, because
it's just yet another platform because you're going to be on billions of platforms, aren't you?
Well, the thing about we're already on so many. Oh, it's so difficult to
and of course,
to keep up.
we are predominantly English speaking. So unless we get translated into Chinese by something or the AI or someone,
well, I guess
then we're probably not going to take off in China.
Well, I guess people over there are finding that a lot of them speak English. They learn English in school, and so they're all super excited to have all these English speaking people over there that they can like practice their English on. And then the app very quickly started translating everything into English. You could choose to have it translated into English because it was all in Mandarin. And they're all using the hashtag TikTok refugees and to find each other.
But then TikTok wasn't banned and they all went, oh, it's okay, we'll go home now.
Well, a lot of people have said that they're going to stay on Red Note, but I think I saw somewhere that the government's like, we'll ban it, because it's Chinese owned. I'm kind of surprised that people were even allowed to download it in the first place. Like, China's very well known for having like
a long list of
strict borders on their internet, aren't they?
I mean, that's what we've been told.
Yeah.
That's what the propaganda is.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the other thing. A lot of people were saying, there's all this propaganda about China and Chinese people and everything, and the people are lovely. It's
yes, I tweeted something. I saw someone, a video on, like, Red Note of someone going, they lied to us. They don't have, they have cities with skyscrapers and roads and stuff in China, and it's just kind of like, because you've consumed a lot of like Western media which likes to portray China as living in the year 200 BC,
Yeah. I mean, I have an
and it's like, go to Chongqing,
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll never know if you're on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Ever. It's crazy.
Or if you're in a video game or in the future.
So many video games like Cyberpunk based Night City on Chongqing.
Yeah.
And Hitman have a level that's in Chongqing. And it's like, it's like that. That's how it looks. That's how it is.
I don't really understand people being shocked that, China, like, I don't know what they thought.
Well, somebody sent us a video.
You see Shanghai and stuff like
Shenzhen.
That in
people are like, Shenzhen
movies
is streets
and stuff all the time.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you do. Beijing, what is the other city?
the other one.
The
only other city in all of China.
No, I'm just trying to think of the other city that's
Beijing, you said?
Yeah, I said Beijing, but there's another one that's...
Oh, that's very well known, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's not well known enough if I can't think of it.
But yeah, my uncle is married to a woman from China, and she's just a normal person.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know what people think, but it's interesting anyway. It's interesting, and it's been very interesting to see people like, I don't know, I don't even know how to really put it into words, but people just sort of, like you said, I guess, getting to realize that, oh, maybe, I don't know, they thought, oh, they're behind the times, they're communists, so they're all like, well, it's evil, it's or what? I don't really know.
The thing with it is, a lot of people over here thought, oh, Britain still uses shillings, and the Whigs are still a political power, and it's like Downton Abbey over there. No one drives car, no one, and it's like
everyone walks around saying governor.
Governor, or and it's like, it's propaganda again, but it's also kind of like a propaganda that's been propagated still, when it's like, oh, no one lied to you, you just didn't look this up. And it's
self-imposed,
it's self-imposed ignorance, yes. and it's like, no, I've seen TV shows that, like Downton Abbey, that's how they still are.
I mean,
it's like, that's
we've talked about this before, and this is our travel and culture day, so I suppose we can talk a bit about travel. We've talked before about how expensive it is to travel anywhere from in this country and from this country to anywhere else. It's not cheap like it is to travel around Europe and stuff.
No.
So, unfortunately, there are a lot of people over here who can't afford to see the rest of the world for themselves. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, no, obviously
not.
Nor
do they have the time to take off of work and all of that.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
You're being kept working over here, and it's kind of like, if you take like 5 minutes off, it's
yeah.
You might not be coming back.
And that's another thing about TikTok, isn't it? Is it connects, the algorithm connects people from all over the world who have have similar interests, and they get to discussing these kinds of things, and they go, oh no, in Britain we have 2 weeks, or no, we have a whole
28 days of paid holiday.
Mandatory.
Paid holiday.
And you have to take it.
Yeah.
You cannot choose.
You cannot go, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm not, because over here I think there is kind of like, oh, you get like a week mandatory.
Well, it depends on what,
and you can let it accrue.
Some jobs you can roll over your days off. Some jobs have more days off than other jobs. It's different.
It's different, but most of the time, there's not a lot of like job security over here.
But people don't realize in other countries they are forced to take off.
Yes.
It is.
You've got to have a holiday.
Yeah. It's like, no, you need time. Yeah. You need time off. That's it, And so...
And it's like, you don't have to worry about, oh I've got to keep busy, my job, oh no.
And so it makes people over here sort of start to look at this country differently than we've grown up looking at it, basically. You know?
Because they talk about that with, Britain versus America. It's the work to live. And I think we've done episodes on it too.
Yeah.
Work to live versus live to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I think America's slowly turning around to the work to live. It's very slow.
Yeah.
But it's slowly coming to that realization. And and that's maybe why the current government is pushing back against that, because it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mm. And, the last 50 years or whatever it's been, it's like, oh no, we can't let that go,
Yeah.
And by the way, it was Shanghai. That was the other.
Oh, I said Shanghai.
No, you said Beijing.
No, I said Shanghai. I said they show it in movies and stuff.
You said show it in movies. You never said Shanghai. You said Beijing.
I did rewind it back.
I will be right. You guys rewind it back and say she never said Shanghai. I don't agree. She never said Shanghai. Bye.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so I don't know. It's been an interesting few days. And I really, you sort of get the feeling if you spend too much time on TikTok like I do, you sort of get the feeling that it's really over, whether it sticks
over.
around or not. Yeah. So, that TikTok's time in the sun has
it's like
has come to an end.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, the bubbles burst.
Yeah. I think so.
You know, they're no longer top of the pops.
Because I am not a conspiracy theorist, but it's
Yeah.
like, again, if you spend too much time on there like I do, you do feel that there's a difference, and it just feels like if they didn't come to a deal after all this time of not having been able to come to a deal, what is that deal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At what cost? So many people, I keep saying,
It's like
TikTok's
Chernobyl,
back,
isn't it?
but at what cost? I've seen so many people post that, and it's
Yes,
like,
it's like, and there was a lot of people. There was one guy on who they interviewed for the BBC, and he runs like a Star Wars account. You know, he's British, and he has like a Star Wars themed account where he does Star Wars content and stuff. And he says, "Yeah, that little blip, it's no longer the same. It's irrevocably damaged now, TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
They've done damage to it."
This is a British person
Yeah.
saying this.
And
Really?
it's like, oh yeah, they'll be coming back, but it's just not the same.
Yeah, I am so curious as to...
They interrupted it. It was literally the stick in the spokes of the bicycle wheel.
But the thing is
Yeah.
how would...
That's an analogy for you there.
But the thing is what did it look like from the British end, I wonder?
Well,
I mean,
it
obviously
just went dark, but
well,
all
no,
the
it wouldn't have. It
the
wouldn't have
accounts,
gone dark for them.
But the accounts were no longer there. Or
The American accounts.
yeah, you clicked on the account, it was like gone or something, wasn't it?
Well,
But
that was
the
over.
views were still-
That was over here.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, obviously, they weren't seeing any Americans
They were
online
frozen in
posting.
time.
There were no American lives going on, except for one guy apparently did get stuck in alive
He's still stuck in it.
when it went
He
dark.
can't get out of it.
And I guess people in other countries were telling him, "You're the only American online right now. You're the only
You're still
one."
stuck.
And it was just like, it was kind of a hilarious thing.
Yeah.
And he was like in live, and he was like, "Really? Oh yeah, everybody's telling me this. Oh, I don't know why." You know, it's like for some reason he didn't get kicked out, I guess, because he was in the live
Yeah.
at the moment that they...
So now he's stuck in that live forever. Never able to get out of it. It's just there, you know.
So what's going to happen? I don't know. We have toyed with the idea of getting a Red Note account. Maybe we'll
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really...
introduce ourselves. We might find a new audience there. You never know.
A new audience of people.
Chinese people might love us.
Yeah.
An American and a British person? Come on.
Yeah. I don't know, though. I don't know. I mean, if you're on Red Note, let us know, you know.
Yeah.
And you speak English and you can understand us, then that's great, you know. Because I don't see us... I mean, I can learn a few words in Chinese, but
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Then we'll have to go do a tour.
Cantonese or
We'll have to
Mandarin.
go on tour, travel around China.
Oh, can you imagine that?
Kissing
That's
babies
I think China's slightly bigger than the USA. Actually, it's got slightly more landmass than the USA. We'll go from Mongolia down to Thailand, or is it Thailand?
Thailand's not part of China.
No, Mongolia's not part of China
Oh,
either.
well, no, it's not.
Down to China, then across east to west. You know,
Yeah.
from the Pacific to, you know, because if you want us to tour China, let us know.
I was supposed to go to China one time.
You were, but
when my uncle got married.
You didn't get the visa in time, though.
It didn't
They
come.
mucked it up.
They did. I got it. Yeah.
I remember you said, "I'm not going to China," and I was like, "Why?
Yeah.
Why, Nixon? Why are you not going to China?" Only people of a certain age will get that reference.
God. You not being one of them.
Yeah, but I'm in tune with the old folks who remember old Tricky Dicky.
Oh my God. Okay. I think that's it.
I think that's
I
it.
don't know what else we can say.
See you
about
in
it.
China.
Let us know. Let us know if you're on TikTok. Let us know what social media platforms you're moving to, or what you're looking forward to, or what you're freaked out about all of this. I mean, maybe we should all just get off of social media.
Can you imagine if all the 170 million Americans just said, nah, I'm done with it now?
Yeah. Just didn't get on anything.
Anything.
I mean, a lot of people would be freaked out.
And then what would they do?
Companies.
Companies would freak out.
Yeah.
There'd be no one to advertise to.
Yes.
Influencers would just be out of a job.
Because we're already
they'd spend all their money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe every influencer and, but the businesses should stay on, but every influencer should just get off all social media and we'll stay on. And all the businesses can ask us to shill their products.
Yeah, we should have been that guy who was stuck in the live.
Yeah. Stuck in the live. That's like being stuck in the time.
Name of the podcast.
In the time portal.
Stuck in the live.
Yeah.
With Dominic and Erica.
Stuck in the live. Never mind sidetracked.
Oh my god.
You're stuck in the live with us.
Anyway. Hope you enjoyed this episode, whatever it was.
It's been very cold here, by the way.
It has been.
For people who are
it snowed last
worried
night.
about our weather in Texas. We put in a couple of stories up today about the snow. Mm-hmm. It looks like washing powder. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just ice.
It's just a light dusting of snow.
A
light dusting of
But yeah,
snow.
they closed everything because, half an inch of snow.
Well, that's what that happens in Britain all the time. It's like, a little
slight. No
get
ice.
the gritters out quick.
There was literally no, the sidewalks and the street were not even icy though. I saw.
We didn't slip once. Oh no, you did.
Oh well, in a bit of slush. It was slush.
But luckily we were on the property, so we were on the property. So
why was that lucky?
I don't know. So we couldn't make a claim against the council or whoever for slipping.
Oh my god.
Because they do that in Britain. It's like, he slipped on the thing and he didn't have the gritters out. Get the want compensation, fella. Not a mean.
Thank you for tuning in. As always, we really appreciate your support. Be sure to give us a follow on social media if you can find us.
We're there. We might be on Red Note, so
just search for us at T-Butty, TEABUTTY. Look for us wherever you are. Just look for us, and if we're not there, tell us, ask us why we're not there, and maybe we'll create an account. I don't know. I have a feeling that so many social media platforms are about to start popping up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying
to fill the void of TikTok.
Yeah. I mean, even though TikTok's back,
it's back.
It's back, but not as we know it.
Yeah. Except Snapchat. We are not on Snapchat, nor will we ever be on Snapchat.
Snapchat's a bit sleazy for us. Isn't it? That's the word, isn't it? Sleazy. Skeezy? Skeevy.
Shout out to our patrons for their continued support. We really appreciate you guys. We'll talk to everybody next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.